Okay, folks, so we've learned how to get present and to the moment. We've patted the channels, found the channels that we're going to trace. We've introduced the concept of hands off the body at a distance that feels right and tracing those channels. That gives us the arm movement for this move effectively. That's what we're doing, and we're doing it to stimulate the meridians in the arms and legs. And one thing with Qigong, the movement is only there, the physical movement is only there to facilitate the movement of the energy. So that's a distinction from a lot of types of Western exercise. But now we're just going to look at the kind of mechanics of what doing this move does in terms of when we're trying to do it. So two things I'll say first. If you just kind of make this position, and where my palms are facing is directly into the kwa, which we will have come on the screen. So that's one position. And then remember that we've got those two shoulders nest. Another position is that we move the palms so they're directly in front of those energetic channels on the shoulders nest. So I'm just doing it symmetrically for you now so you can see that that is the top and that is the bottom of that particular part. And then we go round and we go down. But we're never going to do it symmetrically. It's going to be one going up, one going down, which is why it's a bit of a challenge. It's one of the reasons it's a bit of a challenge. This time we're going to start at the kwa with the right hand for me. And we're going to come up. Okay? So how high do we come up? Now, ideally we come to this point. But if you get any kind of shoulder pain, any sense that something's blocking, or if you watch me, if we do it like this, we don't lift the shoulder. So actually what happens is the shoulder blade rolls back and down, and that's what lifts the arm. The elbow goes out and down. I've got loads of space, and if there's any issue with getting it this high, what you can do, you might only be able to come to here, so you just curve your hand so it's still facing the appropriate point we want to connect. So it doesn't have to be up here if that causes any pain. So again, from here we come up. Now one of the little features here is that we're going to turn the palm slightly. When I say turn the palm, we might break this down a bit. It's actually making a little circle with the elbow. Perhaps if I do it to the side, you can see it come up. And then it's making a little circle with the elbow. So that's one factor. Up, slight turn, and then going down. In that way, we're not going up, stop, down. We're going up, rotate, down. Now the next bit, you should find that you get to, with a bend in your arm, you come to a natural stop somewhere in front of the kwa. Again, if the shoulder blade is relaxed, and we just let it all sink, and the armpit is open, it will stop approximately right where we want it, and you'll actually find that you can hold the position. You see, I'm not holding any tension to hold that position. I'm not collapsed in. The armpit shuts. It's all gone. If you're holding the armpit out with, holding the arm out with tension, you'll block all the chi. So it's just up, curl, round, down, get to that natural position. And then what actually happens, it's actually the shoulder blade is going to take the arm all the way round. When you do that, you want to make sure that you don't pinch the shoulder blade, you don't scrunch. So what it is, it's the shoulder blade coming in towards the heart without scrunching everything. And then you find that your hand's in front of this position. It's a bit like you've got a gun and you're going to put it into your holster. But what you actually can do is just release down, and that'll project all the way down. Then it's round. And you'll find yourself pointing basically at the front of the foot. Like that. Then there's a little tricky bit where you're basically going to point your fingers at your heel. And what that's basically going to get you to do, if it was to do it symmetrically, this is one of the kind of more awkward little bits of it. But if I'm pointing at connected to my toes, and now I'm going to just go to the heel. It's that. That's it, well done. So you're at the heel, and then you just come up the heel, up the inside of the leg. Now that was a very small movement to get to there. And then we're back at the start. And come up. Roll round. Go down. Come to this natural stopping place. Roll round. Release down. Come round to the front of the foot. Subtly curling so we connect with down the inside of the foot to the heel. Now watch this. What actually happens to get up from here is I sink my elbow. That's it. The elbow is dropping. That's it. And then that's what brings you up. There's a phrase that's like, the dragon's head goes up, its tail goes down. When its tail goes up, its head goes down. The dragon being. So you're never going to have the head come up and the tail come up. It's, watch, the head comes up, the tail goes down, the tail comes up, the head goes down, round. So at this point we get here and it wants to come, effectively what the head, the fingers wants to come up. So how that happens is the tail goes somewhat, that's it, well done, down, and you end up in position. And you can always check that you can bounce. Like the 2-year-old at the wedding bounce. It's just you're not got any tension in your body. So we'll just briefly do the other side. So again, find somewhere. I'm going to start here. And first I'm going to come up. Connecting with this point. Doesn't have to be that so high. Doesn't have to be that. It's like, if you watch in my mind, this is what's going on in my mind where these fingers are. So you see how I'm at that point in my mind, even though my hand isn't so high. So it don't have to be like that necessarily. And by just relaxing and realizing where you're connecting to, that's it, and turning over, and then going down, and then round. And when you're projecting down, back up again. When you're coming up, even though the hand's turned up, it's not directly up, it's facing the body somewhere. And when it turns over, it's not directly down, because that's pointing away from the body now. It's facing the body somewhat. So it comes down, round, and down. And just for fun, as you do one more, come round. See if you can just keep something going in your other hand, twiddle your fingers or something and keep your armpit open, because that is what it's going to be doing. So it's just, even though we're not using the other arm yet, you just got some awareness that the armpit's open, because it'll actually make it easier. All the way back down. Round, projecting down, onto the foot, round the end to the heel, and then as we're going to come up, one more time, Now, as we just move this area here, what I want you to do just for an experiment, and we'll just go up and down there a couple of times. Close the other armpit down and see what happens inside your body. Ugh, it's not so nice. And then open the armpit up. There we go. So there we go, and then all the way back down.